Hello game fans and welcome to the Steam Chamber as always, and welcome to what is going to be a new series from us looking at early access games. We haven't decided on a name for the series yet, but as for now it's early access previews. Now we're going to be looking at new games every week, however we will also do the odd update video, so as and when an early access game gets a big update and gets new content, we will revisit those games and we will let you know what's new, what's fixed, what's broken, and what to expect in the future. Now, the first game we're looking at is Aerena, or Ærena, which is spelt with an ash, which is an A/E. Now, this is a tactical combat game with an etherpunk setting, so it's something, a little bit of steampunk and a little bit of diesel punk mixed together. It's very much a hero combat game, and what you're presented with is you have a grid board and you have a roster of champions or heroes, and so does the opposing team member, and the opposing player, rather, should I say, has either a similar or possibly the same roster of characters. And what you do is you place 3 on the board at any one time. Now the board has various different power-ups, some good, some bad. In terms of the good power-ups, you can place your characters where you want at the start, so you can get various buffs, whether it be extra ether to protect your ship, which I'll get onto in a minute, or there could be instant death squares which have got a skull on, in which case in order to kill an enemy with one of those you'd have to use a knockback attack, which one of the characters has, and I'm sure others have, although I haven't explored all the characters in their entirety as of yet. So what essentially happens is turn-based. You place your a character on the board, the enemy places a character on the board, you place another one, they place another one, so you've got 3 on the board out of your roster of 5. And then what happens is it's your goal to destroy the other player's ship. Now you can do this either by directly attacking the ship, or you can do this by killing the 3 original heroes on the board. Now, you've got a variety of moves. What happens is you have a basic move, but you also have extra moves as well. So if you keep a character placed on the same tile and you take your turn, next turn they'll have access to their second attack, and the next turn they'll have access to their third attack, so long as they stay in the same place. Now, there are specials which allow you to get access to these higher tiered attacks straight away, which are on the left hand side of the screen. Now, if you click one of those, I think with the lightning bolt on it, then it does give you access to all your attacks straight away. Now, the attacks can vary, so for instance there is, I can't remember her name, Bloody Mary or something along those lines. She has an attack in which she can attack either head on, to the left, to the right, or to the back. Now, once you go up to her second tier attack, you can only attack directly on, which is a marksman's attack. Now, the fly, or the bug, again, not sure of the name, he has an attack which can attack an enemy within about 6 or so squares. However, his secondary attack allows you to attack anything on the board, but it's much weaker. So his primary attack, I think, does something like 2 damage, whereas the attack that allows you to attack anyone will only do 1 damage. But this can be really handy for finishing off someone on sort of like the far reaches of the board who's about to kill one of yours next turn or something. So you can get, there's a nice balance there between move types, and they've got a nice balance between, if it's a really extended power up, then it's not overpowered. Now, there's not a lot to the game as of yet. The game, the look of the game itself is really quite polished. They've worked very hard on making the game look nice. The sound assets are not bad at all. The graphics are really quite lovely. And the setting is great. The etherpunk setting is really, really nice. And there is a really nice little sort of steampunky intro at the start which introduces you to the world and lays the foundations of the story. Now, as of yet, there is the basic core gameplay against either AI or PvP. However, there are some issues with PvP. There are not a lot of people playing it online at the minute, obviously. Now, whenever I played PvP, if there's no one to play, it will stick you in an AI battle. However, I've had problems in the PvP in that I've gone into then an AI bot battle and the game's just not started properly. However, if you go through training mode, it will just stick you onto the same map over and over again with an AI in which for you to get a sort of idea of the game. Now, that works fine for me. Whereas Dave, also at the Steam Chamber, he was able to get PvP battles quite easily. So it is hit and miss. Remember, it's early on. It is very much an early stage game in the early access. Plus, there just aren't that many people playing it as of yet. Now, the game is currently priced at $5.99, which is an absolutely great price when you consider a lot of the early access games around the £15 to £20 mark. This is a great introduction price to really get you in to the game. Plus, you also get an extra copy of the game for that $5.99, so you're essentially buying a 2-pack, with the games being £3 each. So the idea is that you buy the game $5.99 and give the spare code to a friend. It's just a way of trying to get a few more people playing. And I think the guys over at Natural Selection 2 did something similar a while back, and it really helped them get the players in. Now, they're saying this has true cross-platform play, however they haven't said on what on their main Steam page. I expect it's probably something along the lines of the iPad, or possibly Android devices as well. However, I'm not entirely sure, so I'm not going to commit to that. The game is really quite nice. As I say, it's not finished, but I think this game's got a lot of potential, and this is definitely one that we'll be coming back to in the very near future, as I feel that it could be a really fun little quick battle game, and I'd really like to see the strategic elements come out and what people can start doing with it once they're sort of used to its quirks and stuff. Anyway, thanks as always, and please do like, comment and subscribe. What a